Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala. Koholoyim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim. Wakaha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. I just want to say throughout to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Zachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this digital reset thing is full steam ahead, man. We gotta, really start paying attention. The scripture says to watch and pray, to measure thou the times diligently, and this is a part of what we should be we have to measure. Now this one right here just says Trudeau is implementing a federal digital identity program, and this guy he been going hard ever since they was doing the trucker strike over there. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but those they was kind of protesting over the COV-19 shots, and those truckers, held up the bridge and they was basically supposedly losing billions of dollars a day because no one can get in and no one can get out, so to speak. I'm trying to see. Let me see. This is GMS Shield of Faith. Let me see what they got right here. So they just got the link to the story. Okay, it says Trudeau implementing the federal digital identity program. The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is a lockstep with Klaus Schwab. See? Great Reset agenda. Now that the Liberal government has unveiled its ambitious federal digital identity program. This guy Klaus Schwab, he been going hard, man. If he was at that, hey, they've been grouping up and linking up, man. If you've seen any of that hookup from Switzerland, man, they ready to go. This is first reported by True North's Cosmins, included in Canada's Digital Ambitions 2022, are details about how the federal government is building a digital identity infrastructure that will affect all Canadians. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for government services to be accessible and flexible in the digital age. The next step is making services more convenient to access is a federal digital identity program integrated with pre-existing provincial platforms, the report reads. So what's about to go down, man. Digital identity is the electronic equivalent of a recognized proof of identity document, for example, a driver's license or a passport, and confirms that you are who you say you are in a digital context. See, their official driver's license is no longer valid. Now they have the technology. They've been doing this forever. They have they're in control of their passports. Now these, I'm not hearing about no bootlegs. I'm not, you got you've had situations back in the days where they, you have some youngster trying to use a fake ID or something like that to buy some liquor or go into a club or something like that. But they've been handled that, man. You can't make an ID like how these people make an ID now. You have to have some serious software, some serious equipment to make the type of IDs that already have the barcode and stripes on them. Because I know, like, where I stay, say, for instance, if you go to like a casino or something like that, with your driver's license, they can just swipe it or just put it over a screen and it automatically pops up information. So if anybody has that particular type of technology, then there's got to be somebody that's done stole some of it and set up somewhere or something like that. So it was never anything wrong with your regular driver's license, right? Or your regular passports. Hey, them new passports, they got the chippity chips in them already. So now they're not satisfied with that anymore. They got to go further. It says a previous report by the Counter Signal Canada is already a partner with the World Economic Forum in a digital ID project, which appears to be currently underway at a major Canadian airports in the form of ArriveCan. As per WEF's or WEF's known travel digital identity website, the pilot group convened by the World Economic Forum consists of the government of Canada and the Netherlands Air Canada, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, Montreal, Trudeau International Airport, Toronto Pearson International Airport, and Amsterdam Airport. Hey, look, man, this updated ubiquitous digital ID further cements Canada's commitment to the forum. So they ready to go. It says, indeed, the Liberal government has not been shy about admitting that the pandemic proved an opportunity for a reset in how government is done. There you go, have it, man. It's coming out of the horse's mouth, man. Matter of fact, let's get that, because you know they telling on each other, man. They telling. These days, the so-called white man, it's all kinds of platforms that's on these social media sites where so-called white people are really going hard about telling on each other. Because you have these ones out here, they already know that they've been left behind by their government. They know that the elite, so-called, they're not getting their portion of the world that they stole, so to speak. And that's pretty much what's happening with them. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what they're doing. They're just telling on each other. And it's just a bunch of piss. See, a person that write an article like this, you know, they're not siding with their own people because they're feeling as if they're being left out or left behind. You see? These so-called white people about to get busy, man. Goddamn, Esau Edom is matter of fact, you know what? Let me get this real quick. Because this thing is getting real fast, man. Now, maybe it's just, I'm sure it's just us, man, because, you know, H.I.M, he told us to watch and pray, so that's what we do by that commandment. That's a commandment from the Lord. So we scour the news, and these things pop out when we see them. Bing! You know, you kind of look up, you're looking at that story, you're looking at the headline, you go into it, you're like, up, let me warn the flock, let me warn the people. And you know, that's all by the spirit and power of H.I.M. So it may seem small to some people, but it's like, and then you got these people that's just like, man, damn, that's all y'all talk about. What else is to talk about? These people is setting up to do your ass all kinds of dirty, and you just want to just continue on worrying about what nigga is getting drafted this year, or what outfit a bitch wore at a whore red carpet or something. Nah, man, we waiting on we are hastening the day of our Lord, man. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And the physical counterpart on this planet of the devil, which is a deceiver, you know, because people in the Christian church, or the Christian church has taught people that there's this guy with a pitchfork with a red spandex suit on with the gold tee. He got the little horns on his head, and he's just ready to poke you in the ass and into this lake of fire that's under the earth. See, that's a lie, man. That's all fables. The devil just means deceiver, man. Satan, the adversary. You see what I'm saying? And that spirit of wickedness, or the wicked counterpart, or the race that's being chosen or used to be the wicked, is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They're the ones in power. That's why you get Job 9:24, right? Let's get that real quick. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See? If this man is not the wicked, then who is? Because he's the one that's implementing all this shit. He's the one that has the power to tell you what currency is, what's spendable. This guy can turn grass into some goddamn currency if he really want to. He can turn whatever he wants. Wood can be your new currency if this guy wants wood. This man has been in control of the currency for damn near a millennium, man. He's in control of war. He's in control of who can make weapons. He's in control of who can travel where. He's in control of, you got to put a goddamn mask on, roll your sleeve up. He's in control of borders, where you can go and where you can't go. He's in control of your so-called treaties. Now, you think a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American person is coming up with something like what they're coming up with? Nope. It's not going to happen, man. This man is in control. This man is full-fledged the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Let's get a little more. Let me see. It says, indeed, the liberal government has not been shy about admitting that the pandemic provided an opportunity for a reset. Okay, where we at? Since then, okay, we got all that. No, it says since then the liberals have toyed with a series of digital identity verification systems, including the failed federal contact tracking application and the much maligned Can-A-Ride passport that's clogging up Canada's airport. And you can remember too, you remember and they probably gonna bring that back. Remember the contact tracing where they was able to they had actual operators, so to speak, out here sending you a text like you've been next to somebody, or we seen that you was at the beauty salon and you were there around a person that had and they contacting everybody because they're going off that feed off your phone, man. They're going off. See, these phones, they're about to delete these phones, man. They want this phone in you. The technology that's in this phone where they can trap, they can just see where you at all day. They see, because if you notice on your phone when you drive in certain places, there's certain shit pop up. Your local Walmart, you just driving by a spot, Wi-Fi pickup or something, or signal hit it, and now next thing you know, you getting damn advertisements from somewhere. See, they want that in you. Because a person can say, you know what, I don't want a cell phone. There's some people that don't have cell phones out here. Now, my uncle, he don't deal with the smartphone. He still got that old school ass AARP flip. That's all he'll deal with. He don't want nothing to do with a smartphone. He's not into that, you know. And they've been talking about getting rid of them old ass phones, but it's just like a landline. And landlines in your house are obsolete now, but they still allow them to go on by law because of older people, you know, like senior citizens. They may not know, you know, be able to operate a cell phone like that. There's plenty of people that don't have them, but it's gonna come to a point where, hey, you're gonna get down or lay down, man. Okay, so let me go to the next one. Now this was let me go into this real quick. This one I just seen. First human U.S. implant, Synchron's brain-computer interface, right? The first American was recently implanted with a new brain-computer interface at Mount Sinai system as parts of a trial. Now, mind you, the so-called white man take something as, you know, spiritual or let's say religious as Mount Sinai and go off into their mad scientist widowism, man. It says the goal of the clinical trial is to evaluate the implant safety and efficacy. The Synchron implant uses the brain signals for attempted movement to power the brain's computer interface. See that? And you can just look at the picture. The damn picture looks scary as hell. Now, and of course, it's this clinical trial. Let me just get this little paragraph. The first American has been implanted with the revolutionary new brain interface (BCI) at Mount Sinai Health Center in New York City as part of a Synchron's command trial. And they be doing all this stuff and nobody knows, man, until you get stories like this. That's why the Lord said to watch and pray. This clinical trial represents the first investigational device exemption, IDE, granted by the U.S. Food Drug Administration for evaluating a permanently implanted brain-computer interface. So your FDA is in on the game, man. Then they go off into this is incredible innovation in brain interface technology, said the command principal investigator David Petrino, PhD, PT, director of the rehabilitation innovation for the Mount Sinai Health System, and an associate professor of the rehabilitation medicine at H.I.M School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. I think we're going to see a lot of people following suit because it's a novel way of accessing and recording brain activity. Now, where do you think they're going to take that to? Where do you think they're going to take that to? You're going to have a motherfucker standing over you. He's got a brain implant that's more powerful than your brain implant. And he's just sitting there just trying to see if you're going to lie or not. He already know all your thoughts. This guy got a God complex. He wants to be the Lord. He wants to know exactly what you know when you're thinking it. And that's what it's going to all boil down to. But let's get to the point. Let me see, because it's quite a bit of a story. I could put it in the description box if I remember. Y'all about to say. Well, let's get this part. The stentroid is introduced into the body via the jugular vein. Hey, look, Esau Eden. This man, I'm telling you, this man is a cunning hunter, man. This guy studies everything, and he knows you so-called the. It's like a tracker. If you've ever seen an old cowboy movie or a movie where they'll have this one man, he's looking at footprints and he's looking this way, he's picking up shit, like rocks and pebbles. He went that way. This man is a complete tracker. So he tracks the movements of people. He's a hunter, man. He not only does he hunt animals, he hunts people, and he definitely knows that the patterns of you so-called niggas, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's been studying you the most. It says the shit. Look, this is crazy, man. And they'll call it all in the name of science. See, this is what they believe in. They don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They believe that they are, the Lord. They believe that they have this God complex. I'm telling you. The stentroids is introduced in the body via the jugular vein and then guided through the transverse sinus, a part of the jugular that crosses the side of the neck to the midline. Man, you know what kind of mad science, how many people, and a lot of medical studies, they study on Negroes. That goes back to slavery. You gotta be on some shit, man, to know all this type of stuff, man, to go off into somebody's body, man, and perform these particular types of surgeries and stuff. It says and people are called this science, all in the name of science. This is a beautiful thing. They want to live forever. Okay, it says this is a part of the jugular that crosses the side of the neck to the midline to the superior sagittal sinus, a large vessel that fits between both hemispheres in the brain. After the centroid is placed securely, it is plugged into a device in the chest that resembles a pacemaker that can be charged by an external unit. An external receiver connected to the chest device transforms the brain activity into commands and wireless transmits the commands to a computer. This process enables a patient to operate external devices such as a computer for activities such as communication, social media, let's get it, online banking, e-commerce, and more daily functions. So they have the technology to pull off that MOTB, man. Let me just grab that real quick, and I'm gonna end out. I mean, you can go into it. You can go into it, man, and further look into it and research it a little bit more if you see fit. But these people are about to get busy out here, man. And they know that they have but a short time, so they moving fast because you're starting to see a lot more of this a lot quicker nowadays, man. Revelations 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So it's going to come a point where, and they're moving on it pretty fast because, we've done lessons on Biden, that executive order, I think it's 14067, where he signed in the law, this new digital banking system thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they're about to get busy with this digital thing, man. They about to get rid of all this cash, your coins, all of that old, you got your piggy bank full of old ass Indian nickels or some shit, and they about to get rid of all that, man, and it's about to be all digital. And you gonna get down or lay down. That's just gonna be what it is, man. It's nothing for them to say, people are contracting this particular disease from the touching of money now. And they already been saying it. They've been using that little thing too. They was talking about that doing COVID-19. They've been talking about that with the jungle pox. Because they talking about you can basically catch that shit from contact or just being around something or around somebody that has been in contact with that particular dollar bill. So you working at Wendy's and a nigga come through and give you a $20 bill while he's scratching his arms and lips with the bumpy bumps. He passed it to you. You put it in the register. The manager break down the register at the end of the night. Everybody done touch it. It gets to the bank. The teller is touching it, and then it goes back out into the public. It sounds like a damn engineered movie, man. But this is this man's way of getting down, man. So, just be circumspect, man. Gotta be circumspect out here. Let's get that yeah, you can hear Jake in the background. Jake be partying, man. Jake not don't be talking about nothing like this. They whole conversation be damn foolishness, man, all damn day long. You ain't gonna hear Jake. You might be able to run across somebody every now and then that might say, you know what? Shit, I thought I was the only person thinking like that. Ephesians 5:15, it reads, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And these days are evil, man. This so-called white man, he about to get down, man. He's already gearing up. He's ready to go. All his shit is in place. They go by dates, man. On such and such date, such and such, we gonna do such and such, and they be punctual. They be punctual. This the man that'll catch your ass at 4:40 a.m. and they'll actually put that in the memo. At 4:40 a.m., we're gonna kick in his door. We're gonna throw a flashbang grenade from the back of the house and catch your ass butt ass naked with your woman, man. You don't know what's going on. Walk your ass out, man, in your boxers, man. This how this man get down. The cunning hunter, man. Like straight up. You got to be aware of this man. The Lord said, never trust him. Let's get this 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. See, these are the things that the Lord is forewarning us of, and we're supposed to pass on the information. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, because this shit is uproars of the people in the world, because this is going to cause uproars of the people, because a lot of people, they're into white Jesus Christianity, but they know about that Revelations 13 and 16, and they're already talking about, yeah, we're at the end of the world. But what they don't understand is that the Lord is not some white guy. His name is not Jesus, and that their heathenish asses are going into slavery. They don't understand that part of it though. But the Lord has given them a little bit of knowledge of, oh yeah, we at the end. Because the so-called white people, they believe this. They believe in Revelation 13 and 16. It's the Negroes. It's the tribes, the children of Israel that are not paying attention, man. And they're going to get caught all off guard, man. And they're not going to have no excuse, because the brothers is out on the highways and byways bringing this stuff out on a day-to-day basis, man. They're not going to have no excuse. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand. Then that's when you're going to understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Then they going to understand. It's going to be too late then, though. Because that door of grace is going to be closed. That door of mercy is going to be closed. It's going to be way too late. This thing is moving faster than I've ever thought, because, I got this link today, and I posted a video on it with the new ATMs, you know what I'm saying, with all that shit on them, man. Man, hey, look, the new ATMs look like something out of a damn Jetson cartoon, man. And it's here. It's here, man. This stuff is here. They already implementing the plan. They already got the plan laid out. Trust me, they're gonna roll it out like it's a. They already been basically doing military drills on it, so to speak. They already done assessed how many people are gonna resist and gonna be killed. They're already assessed. Because they do data search. They looking into the data and seeing all the comments that's on social media, your Instagram, your TikTok, Facebook. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. They know the people that's posting about them. They know the people that's out here that's a part of the info wars. So they're gonna come through, kicking the door, bum, bum, and hey, round, just round niggas up with before niggas even get up for breakfast, man. And you just wondering, like, you know what? I thought I was hearing something last night. Boom, boom. Hey, I'm telling you, man, ain't no telling how these people are about to get down, and they're about to get down too. So keep your head on the swivel. They already know that the prophets is out on the highways and byways. They've come up with this UN conspiracy theory talk. They don't want people out here talking about stuff no more. I just done a lesson today. I posted it on 4 channels. You got to have multiple channels because this man will, hit you with the baseball strike 3, and your ass is out of there. They'll. So they put an age restriction on one of the channels. Same video now, mind you. They put an age restriction on one of the channels, and then they gave strikes to 2 of the other channels, and then the other channel they haven't even touched. Same video. One of them didn't get a strike. It just got an age restriction. 2 of them one got a strike. Now one of them is down because it's got his first strike. One of the newer ones that I created, it just got a warning. But it's the same exact video. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. I'm not going to even put in a appeal request on any of them. It's done got to a point of just being useless in a sense, man. That's why we create so many channels, man. I just have the channels on back deck. You lose one, you may, because we try and use wisdom. We try and use, certain wording because, we want to continue on feeding that flock because you built that channel up and you got followers. But of course, the Lord, he giveth and he taketh away. That very last person that may have watched the video, that may have just been, hey, just what he wanted it for. And that's it. You move that out of the way. We're going to work on something else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the workings. I got 5 channels. I'm uploading to all, or I'm uploading to 4 of them. Now I'll only be uploading to 3 of them now because one of them is going to be down. Then I might start, go ahead and open up this newer one. So I, can probably throw a link in as far as, another channel where, you brothers and sisters can subscribe if you're being, educated or if you're being exhorted, man, because we're just wanting the flock, man. And if it takes a channel going down to do it, I mean, we're trying, we don't want them to go down. I've had plenty of experience of what to say and what not to say because I've lost plenty of channels over the years. But I mean, it is what it is, man. So, but this thing is getting serious. Keep your head on the swivel because this guy right here, he's definitely for the bullshit over there in Canada. I wouldn't even want to be there right now. He's definitely for the bullshit over there. And it's all these other countries. I mean, they all, it's really a race. It's a race to dominate in that particular form. You see what I'm saying? It's a race. They all trying to get to the finish line, and America is so far behind. Ain't no telling what the fuck they're about to do to try and catch up. These are the real cheaters, man. Them the ones that'll stick their leg out and trip you up, make you scarp your knees and elbows and shit, and then and keep on running on your ass, man. You already know how Babylon the Great will get down. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on this. Keep your head on the swivel. We're almost home. With that, Kwame Yashala.